Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Book summary in under 4 minutes. Darrow is a Red, part of the lowest class in a color-coded society that rules the solar system. He works beneath the surface of Mars, believing his people are preparing the planet for future generations. In reality, Mars has already been colonized, and the Reds are being kept underground through propaganda and exploitation. After a personal loss exposes the cruelty of the system, Darrow joins the Sons of Ares, a rebellion seeking to overthrow the ruling Golds. To infiltrate their society, he undergoes a brutal transformation that changes his body, education, and identity. He is then sent to the Institute, where elite Gold students compete in a violent test of leadership and survival. The Institute appears to reward intelligence, courage, and strategy, but it also reveals the values of the ruling class. Students are divided, manipulated, and encouraged to dominate one another. Darrow enters intending to deceive them, yet survival requires him to form alliances, earn loyalty, and lead people who would consider his true identity inferior. The novel's central theme is the construction of social hierarchy. The colors are presented as naturally suited to different roles, but Darrow's transformation proves that much of this supposed difference is manufactured and maintained through education, privilege, and fear. The system survives because people are taught to see inequality as order. Identity is another major theme. Darrow must perform the role of a Gold so convincingly that he risks losing connection to the person he was. He begins to understand some of his enemies as individuals rather than symbols, complicating his hatred. The deeper he enters their world, the harder it becomes to separate necessary deception from genuine change. Red Rising also examines leadership. Darrow learns that control through fear can win obedience, but loyalty requires trust, shared purpose, and sacrifice. His strongest victories come when he stops copying the cruelty of the Golds and begins offering others a reason to follow him. At the same time, the novel questions revolutionary morality. Darrow's mission depends on secrecy, violence, and manipulation. He wants to destroy an unjust system, but he must use many of its methods to gain power. This creates the danger that rebellion can reproduce the values it claims to oppose. The book reflects real-world concerns about caste, inherited privilege, political propaganda, and institutions that convince oppressed people their suffering is necessary. It also shows how elites preserve power by turning competition downward, encouraging the disadvantaged to fight one another instead of challenging the structure above them. Red Rising is ultimately a dystopian coming-of-age story about awakening to injustice. Its lasting message is that oppression depends not only on force, but on controlling what people believe is possible. Revolution begins when that illusion breaks, but lasting change requires building something more just than the system being destroyed.